just realized I feel like I got this jean jacket on in just about every video that I've done so far. Or at least a good number of them anyway. Oh well, I like it. Been a while since I brought you all a video, but it's just been a number of things going on. At one point, had a little cold and I just wasn't feeling up to making videos, to be honest. Then it was my birthday. I was on a little vacation trip, so just a lot. I'm gonna try to keep this video not as long as some of my more recent ones, so I wouldn't necessarily call this a review video. Just kind of want to share with y'all some fragrances that I recently acquired. So I was initially going to do a video letting you guys know 3 of my more recent pickups, but with that gap in time since my last video, I've actually acquired 5 new fragrances. And the first fragrance that I'm going to start out with today is one that I kind of hinted towards in my last video that I did with my good friend Devin. So let's go ahead and kick this thing off. That first fragrance is Percival by Parfums de Marly. So we did a review video sampling about 5 or 6 fragrances from the house of Parfums de Marly, and I feel like I may have made it clear which one would be the one that I decided to go with on purchasing a full bottle. It was Percival. This one, again, I gotta make sure I don't do full reviews so I'm not super long-winded, but again, same thing I said in that last video. This one just smells fresh. I feel like it was a safe one. I do lean more towards safe fragrances, if that makes sense. Ones that just have a clean smell. It's echoing what I said in my last video. It just smells like an expensive body wash. I love this stuff. At the same time, you would assume that that's probably better for the summer or the spring, but this stuff is pretty strong, so it'll even cut through the cold weather. But here we are, about to start getting some warmer weather. Where I am, I believe it's gonna get up to around 63 degrees today, so yeah, definitely one I'll be pulling out a lot. Next on my recently acquired fragrances, I have one that I felt like I just had to, and it's funny because earlier I actually had one of my little cousins, he made a comment saying that he had watched some of my videos, and I guess he did a little further research, hit some of the links down below in the description, and he made a comment that, yeah man, those fragrances that you do your reviews on, they're high, man. So it's true, they are pretty expensive, and that's one of the things that you know, I kind of getting a little bit of a funk with this new hobby. This can be a bit of a pricey hobby, but at the same time, there's different resources out there to acquire these fragrances, like FragranceNet, one of my favorite websites, discounters to use. Always pretty much can find a promo code to put in and get yourself at least like a 30% discount. So shout out to FragranceNet. But that fragrance that I felt like I just had to throw in as a cheapie, and this is a good one. It's very solid, and especially given the time of year that it is, it's spring, and you got summer around the corner. You got one, what I'm holding in my hand here is one that's a bit different because it's a fresh summer smelling fragrance, but it's different because it has like almond in it, so it rounds off the citrus smell, a little bit of a lemon vibe that's in this fragrance. It's pretty nice, clean, smells like summer, but it's different. And the price on this one, a 100 ml bottle, I paid 35 bucks for this. It was like $34 and some change, so it's a good one. Don't mind wasting a spray for you all. Some good stuff. And the crazy thing is, for this to be a cheapie at only $35, pretty high quality. It does not smell like a cheap fragrance at all. Sorry, I don't even know if I told you all the name. Guerlain's L'Homme Ideal Cologne. I believe I'm pronouncing it right. I've heard a few people say it. I'm assuming I'm close at least. Man, I just sprayed this stuff and it smells good. It's a nice one. Can't wait to pull this one out when it starts heating up a bit. I haven't really pulled the trigger on it too many times, you know, out and about. I'll wear it after I get out the shower at night, just spray it on just to like get familiar with it and see how I feel about it and try to get an idea of the best times that I want to wear it. But definitely one to check out. So shout out to my cousin that made that comment. Here's a good one for you, man. Go out there and check this one out. Everybody else, check it out, man. You get a lot of bang for your buck. This is a 100 ml bottle, so plenty of juice for you to spray. You know, I just wasted a spray and I don't mind because this thing was 35 bucks. Check this one out. For my next one, I guess I'll just keep going in the order of least expensive to more expensive. Was one that I heard a lot about, but it just didn't strike me as something I would think that I'd like. For one, because it comes in this, in my opinion, kind of cheap looking bottle. It's like they tried to be different, but it just looks weird. But now that I own it and I have it, it does stand out amongst other fragrance bottles that I have. This is Angel Men Pure Malt by Terry Mugler, and this is a nice one as well. It's more suited for the fall and the winter, so unfortunately I probably won't be spraying this too many more times going out or anything like that, since it is heating up outside. But I'm happy I picked this one up, and the only reason I actually ended up picking it up, I found out that one of my neighbors is actually into fragrances as well, and when he found out that I was doing the YouTube videos and everything, he was kind enough to say, hey, I got a pretty good collection myself, so if you want, you can come by and, you know, get your nose on a few of these if you haven't smelled them. And this was one that I've seen in a number of other reviewers' videos, but again, I didn't really think anything of it. I kind of go in one ear and out the other after I saw the bottle and they were talking about it. But since he had it, of course, I sprayed it on the test strip, tested it out, and I was pleasantly surprised. One thing about this one, shout out to Big Beard Business, one of the reviewers that I learned from and that I watch. He actually, I guess, gave the warning that these bottles are pretty tough to, like, if you don't hit the atomizer just right, you'll get a weird spritz to come out, and it's definitely true. As you just saw, there's a good one. And this one, again, trying to avoid doing a full review. Chilling at a bar one night, just going to have a couple brews with your boys. I feel like this is a good one to have on, because you might just have to try it out. But it's called Pure Malt, so that kind of gives you an idea. It's like sweet, but it also has like a manly smell, and it's just different in comparison to the other fragrances that I've mentioned before. This one coming in at $75 with the discount. I mean, that's pretty good too. So went from 35 to 75. $40 jump, and on to the next. Next, we have one that I've heard of so many different times. And I actually did one of those things that I normally don't recommend anybody else to do, which is blind buy. You know, never smelled the fragrance before, but you read so many reviews, you hear so many good things, you go ahead, you take a chance. And that's what I did with Acqua di Gio Profumo. And as you can see, I got a big bottle. This is a 125 ml. Funny story real quick is initially I was like beating myself up about blind buying this one because I sprayed it on paper, and maybe that's what led me to feel the way that I initially did. But I thought this stuff smelled like wet paper and nothing more. So I was pretty pissed for probably about a good 20 minutes or so. But once it dried, this stuff is nice. This is one that a lot of reviewers will tell you is like a work in any situation, you know, casual, dressed up, office, on a date, and it's pretty true. Like, let's see, solid atomizer. It's a good one. Nice bottle, you know, the cap, magnetized, good stuff. You know, I'm one of those bottle snobs, I guess you could say. This is some good juice right here. I more so see this one as one that I want to throw on when I have on like a nice button up or something like that. Not really one that I personally see myself wearing in a t-shirt, but you definitely can. And I'm not saying that I have it, but for me, now that I have a little bit of collection and I have different fragrances that I can pick and choose from, I don't want to wear this one I just have on a t-shirt. I more so want to wear this one and I have on like a button up, and you know, I look like I'm about to be in a professional setting or something like that. Very solid. Happy I picked this one up. I'm sure you can find this one at your local department store, so don't blind buy it the same way I did, because I don't want to steer anybody in the wrong direction. But go check this one out, smell it. I'm pretty sure it won't let you down. Spray it on a test strip, keep it with you, give it a little bit of time, smell it again, and let me know if you guys feel the same way. At this one, with the 30% discount, this one came out to 115 bucks. So sorry, kind of going up that ladder again as far as the pricing goes, but you can wear this one in many different occasions. It's versatile, so I feel like the 115 is worth it. And you can see through it. I'm not sure if you guys can catch it, but excuse me, I've sprayed this one a good bit and still a pretty good amount of juice, so check it out. Last but not least, we got one that again, I couldn't help myself when it comes to those safe fragrances, those more so clean fragrances. It was one that I just felt like I had to have. Chanel's Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. This one is going to run you for 134 bucks. And the tough thing about this one is it's a little harder to find at discounters. At least I've had a fairly tough time finding it. So I went ahead and paid full retail at my local Sephora. So yeah, sorry as far as doing the whole trying to lean more toward the inexpensive fragrances, but this was one that I just felt like I had to have. It trust me, you wear this one, you spray it on, you give it time to dry down, you'll be happy. Again, this is one of those ones that you'll smell on yourself and you'll be like, damn, I smell good. And I'm sure other folks will tell you that you smell good as well. I've asked my lady if she thinks that it smells good, and she actually said that she thought it smelled good, but not necessarily a men's fragrance. And that's one that's kind of like, whatever. Like, I don't think that it smells girly in any way, and I'm pretty sure she would say the same thing. Not necessarily it smells girly, but it's not the most manly smell in comparison to ones like Pure Malt and the Acqua di Gio Profumo. But still nice. Again, you can go to your local Sephora. I'm sure you can probably find this in department stores. And if you're happy about it, jump in my comments, let me know what you think. And yeah, no, I said I was gonna try to not be long-winded in this video. But one thing I felt like I had to mention is, though I do like these bottles, there's something about this bottle and the Parfums de Marly Percival bottle that I don't like, and that's the fact that I can't see how much I have left. You know I haven't had them but for so long, so I'm nowhere near running out, but you know, when that day does come, it's gonna kind of suck, because you know, this might be the one that I reach for, but I don't know how much I have left. So yeah, not being able to see how much juice I have in the bottle is the only thing that I can say negative about these. Because one thing that I didn't mention about the Percival is Parfums de Marly, you feel like it's worth it because again, it's safe, it's versatile, you can wear it almost at any time. Well, at any time. It smells great, it smells clean, but the bottle is super heavy. Like, this top is heavy. Like, you definitely wouldn't pick this up and think that somebody has some cheap fragrance. As always, you know I appreciate y'all tuning in, checking out my video. Hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all putting up with listening to me be long-winded as I get through, let you know how I feel about these fragrances, seeing me in my same old jean jacket, all that good stuff. Y'all have a good one till next time.